Okay, in this video I want to point out a few things I found in iClone8 with regard to the visimes and using audio. So what I did in this video here, I used the animation tab here on top, and then I imported my audio file. It's already in, so I clicked that, and then it ended up being over here. It's my audio file right there. Visime. And to turn on the Visime, you have to go into, you just click this little arrow here, and then you click Visimes here, and then it'll show up here. Okay, and you can get a whole breakdown from the voice and everything there, and the lips, right? So what I found, which is kind of by accident, was if I was using an MP3 and then I was adjusting the settings in for my Visimes, it didn't come out that good. And what I found out, sort of by accident again, you should use a WAV file. So, will it work with MP3? Yes. Will it work good? No. At least it didn't for me. So, this is one of the tips I discovered by accident. And my settings for my audio here, I'll show you what I did. My lip options, okay, these are my settings. So I don't select the full mouth. I just use the parts. And then I select smooth. I selected my lips at 2. My tongue I put down to the setting of 1, my jaw 3, and then I also enabled clip strength, and I had that at 0.7, tongue 1.2, jaw 0.6. I find a lot of times the jaw just goes kind of really wide. That's just my opinion. And these are my settings. You can monkey around with them and see what you come up with. And also I want to point out, there's another settings here for this, because they kind of work in conjunction. So I just click on this top pane, and then you also go to talking style editor. Okay, this is yet another settings that I have. Now, so far with this, I have it on global 100. Okay, you can adjust these too, all these settings, play around with them, but I found that I didn't really need to do that when I had the WAV file. When I'm using the WAV file, I didn't have to mess with too much. As a matter of fact, with the MP3 file, it didn't matter what I did. After a while, I just couldn't get the right effect. It was really quite wild. That I'm surprised it has that little issue. But anyway, I'm going to show you what the audio looks like, just so you can see the lips. Just follow the lips.
Have you ever walked into your home and thought, did I leave my socks in the microwave again? If yes, it's time to upgrade your air game. We recently explored why having a diffuser at home is like giving your living room a spa day. If you missed that video,
okay. Now, one thing I want to point out here, I have some of these facial expressions. I got a pack. This is another thing I kind of found out by accident. I want to point this out to you. So if you go to the templates, you go to the animation, you go to expressions pack. Okay, there's the digital soul pack. It's a pretty popular pack. Now, if you select, I already have one selected there. It's surprise, and I have it here. Okay. Okay, anyway, if you hit it, you just search for it and it'll come up, I guess. Surprise, see what happens. I don't think you have to type it all there. They're surprised female talk. So you can just drag these on to your area where you want them, right? So there you see it there. Okay, I don't need it there because I already have it here, right? So what I found is that when I use some of these, not all of them are as bad in the digital soul pack, but some of them, and this is when I was using the MP3, so I have to retest it again with the WAV file. Maybe it doesn't give me a problem with the WAV file. That's what we have now. We have the WAV file. But with the MP3, I had to take this, click on it like this, and we've highlighted, and I had to go like that, right click, and then I had to go here. I had to sample the expression clip. What I did is I sampled selected parts. Okay, and then what I did, I'm looking for anything. We'll do that right now just so you see what we're doing here. I did the mouth base, mouth blend, and mouth move is what I did, I believe. I might have done the jaw as well. I think I did those. Okay, yeah. And then, so those are the only ones that are sort of affecting the mouth, right? And then I hit OK, and watch what happens. So now they all populate here, but we really can't see them unless we zoom in on that. So let's zoom in on that. Okay. Okay, let's zoom in on that. We're going to see what's all going on in there. And so what I had to do here was kind of interesting to get rid of the problem, because when I have the surprise expression on, I had to delete. Well, so let's go. Okay, I was deleting all these keyframes, right? I guess it's under muscle. So I would just select them, right? Like maybe like this, okay, and then just delete. I had to delete them. I don't really need to do anything now. But maybe that's because I was using the MP3. But still, even after I did all that, it improved it, but it was still not, I couldn't get the results I wanted with the MP3. As soon as I switched over to WAV file, oh, the lip sync, everything was much more smooth, much more natural, much better, had much more control. So it was weird. I didn't assume that I was going to have any problem using an MP3. There is a difference, so I just want to point that out. So yeah, use a WAV file if you can, just avoid the problems. And that's about all I want to show in this video. And there's maybe one more thing I'll put in this video is about the hair here. Um, this hair was also creating a problem for me as I was playing it.
Have you
Okay.
ever walked in?
You notice the very first second it goes on, it bounces. I think that's normal. I thought that was a bug, and I think that you almost got to have a little bit of extra space at the beginning as kind of a buffer just to let it settle. I'm not sure why it does that. I guess that people from Revolution would know a little bit more about that than I do. But what I wanted to point out was the hair settings. Okay, I've got some hair settings. If I go to my character and look for hair, this is my avatar's hair here now. Now if I go to physics, this is the area I was in. Let me just turn off my render. I don't need that now. So I'm in my physics section. The physics are activated and the object gravity is selected. Then you come down a little lower. These are the settings I'm using. I found these work pretty good. I think this was it was normally at 60. I bumped it up a bit, and I went. This was not. I think that's what was before, and the damping factor I think I cranked it up a little bit. Drag I set to 0.1. These are my settings for here. Okay, and then these are my settings over here. And this seemed to give me the best result for this hair. This hair is kind of a little bit tricky, but it seemed to be pretty smooth. So these are my settings, and so if anyone has any hair that they're using in their avatar like this, try some playing around with these settings. I didn't do much with the wind or the force. I didn't play with these, but once I did all these, it seemed to be pretty good. So you can see the hair isn't too bad now.
Did I leave my socks
But
in
I
the
had
microwave
pretty
again?
erratic behavior with the hair before
It's time to upgrade
before I
your
did those settings.
We recently.
So I hope this video has been helpful to anyone out there. And so anyway, I've got some other videos on other issues or problems I found on Revolution and tips and tips and tricks. So go check those out if you want to see any other helpful videos. Thank you very much for watching.